People use the phrase Nebraska values, but they don't always define it. I think you could define it by looking at Matt Williams.
I think Matt Williams epitomizes the business community. He's a man of integrity. If he tells you he's going to do something, he does it.
His legacy in business and financial management is absolutely huge, but I'm guessing that there's a lot more than just that, and that it's his leadership, it's the people that he has mentored and helped develop along the way, it's the relationships that he's built outside of his banking world that really are going to be the legacy that he has left to this great state.
I'm from Gothenburg. I was born and raised right here in this wonderful community. My family's been here for a long time. My great-grandfather and his wife moved to this area in the 1890s, and in the early 1900s, actually 1902, he started what was then Gothenburg National Bank. It turned into Gothenburg State Bank in 1917, and my grandfather was involved with it. My father served as president of our bank until his death in 1973, and that's when I came back and began my career. One of the things my father had done is surround himself with really, really good people. And I will tell you that to me is still the key to leadership, is finding the right people to surround yourself with. And when I came back here, there were three people in particular, Dean Kugler, Ron Richer, and Dwayne Oliver, that were willing to take me under their wing, learn the principles of banking and what we do here, and made my career and that transition much easier than it could have been.
A bank is a reflection of its community, and a community is a reflection of the quality of the bank in that community. And Matt just sort of embodies that. And that's making things happen in your community. That's not only growing the bank, but growing people's dreams and lives within your community. So he expressed that, and I think did it in a way that people could relate to. And we're really grateful to him for that.
Following the 80s and moving on from that, as banking improved, I had the opportunity to get involved with association work.
To see somebody be elected by their peers as the chairman of the Nebraska Bankers Association shows the respect and the high esteem he was held in by his peers in this industry, in this state. But then to go on to be elected chairman of the American Bankers Association is a huge accomplishment. It's a huge honor. You wouldn't expect a banker from Gothenburg, Nebraska to be in that role, right? And yet there's something so wonderful about that, and something so wonderful about somebody like Matt playing that role.
I was serving on the board during the Great Recession, so to speak, of 2008 and 9. And following that time period, it was a difficult time for the banking industry. Banks and bankers were being criticized. And at that period of time, I sort of became the voice of the banking industry nationally to help encourage bankers to continue to be involved and rebuilding the relationships that had been strained between banks and the regulators. And I spent a great deal of time doing that and feel really good about what we were able to accomplish. I was spending my time talking to bankers about being involved and not giving up on these situations, that we need to be proud to be bankers. And I finally realized I wasn't just talking to those bankers. I was talking to myself, that it was time for me to realize that there was an opportunity that I could bring back some of the expertise that I had learned traveling across the country and bring that back and be a vital part of making policy for the future.
I served on 2 committees with Matt. I don't know of anybody in the legislature that understood their bills better than Matt Williams did. He introduced over the 8 years about 63 bills, and 58 of those became laws.
Matt's a leader who has dedicated his life to making Nebraska better. Matt sets an example. He has set an example for other Nebraskans as to how you should conduct yourself, how we can make this state a better place. And in doing so, he has made Nebraska a better place.
Well, he's just a leader. He and his wife are just amazing human beings, in addition to being great community leaders and great state leaders, and I'm very proud to call them friends.
The most important thing to me forever has been faith, family, and friends. And so I think leaving behind a legacy that I did my best to follow the direction that God pointed me in this world, and tried to do those kind of things and pass that on to my kids and to my grandkids. It's been family for years. So those kind of things, and then of course my friends, and it all happens because of them. And so faith, family, and friends will always be there.